Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping in and checking out the podcast today. Look who's in the house next to me. Asphalt Jungle's in the house. C. Stevens is in the house joining us today. How you doing, C?
Doing great, man.
Doing great. We're gonna have a great show with C. Stevens today from the Asphalt Jungle. We got a lot to talk about. This is one interesting gentleman and one amazing artist. I want to say guitar player, but hell, he plays everything, every instrument you can think of. So we're going to touch on that too. So, but before we talk to Asphalt Jungle, C. Stevens here for a second. I want to thank all of you, like I said, from back in the day of watching the TV show from '97 to 2000. 14, 16, I think it was. And then it was radio, and now it's podcast. So you're not getting rid of Big Al. It's about getting the music and the story out around the world. And we are all over the world. And everybody's appreciating all of your music and all your stories. I get a lot of feedback, and I'm sure you're getting it too. I watch you people. From behind the scenes, and I see you're getting a lot of followers. I watch and listen to your music. I don't play the radio anymore because I don't give a crap about really hearing anything famous anymore because what's out there now, the original national music scene is incredible. Why do I need to listen to the Rolling Stones and AC/DC? Okay, it's nice to hear. Yes, I agree. I grew up on this stuff, but I want to hear the local and national music scene, definitely. So before I get started, there's some people I got to thank out there. And yes, I'm awake enough to remember some people's names out there. All right, Sandra from De La Parra Productions, you're out there. How you doing, dear? It's nice to see you, Sandra. I know you're watching the show. Adrian Hall Music Management, you're out there from all the way from Sweden. Oz from Blindfolded International Management. He's in Sweden also, too. We got Legion Entertainment, Round the Clock PR, SBM Global Media. And we got Brian out there from Curtain Call Records. Brian, I think, sent me over here, Asphalt Jungle, C. Stevens, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And yeah, we got to thank Curtain Call Productions and record company. They're great people, and they send us a lot of amazing artists. I want to thank all of you for sending me your amazing artists. And if you're not represented by anybody, it doesn't matter. Get a hold of Big Al. It doesn't matter what genre, age group you are. I'll interview. And the youngest so far done was 12 years old ukulele player. Blew me away. Unbelievable. Made me really look bad. I was about ready to shut the show down. But so, anyways, we have a lot of fun on the show and stuff like that. Before we get started with the Asphalt Jungle here and see, you know what I'm going to do first is catch my breath and say my three favorite words. What are they, people? That's right. Support, support, support. Support these artists. Go to the shows and pay a cover charge. Then get right to that swag table. Get yourself a CD, a vinyl, a hoodie, a t-shirt, coffee mug, bumper sticker, keychain. It goes on and on. Just bring a duffel bag, load up, gear it all up, get it all in that bag, then head out to the floor and enjoy that show. See if you can stick around afterwards and get an autograph from these artists, because in my book, these artists are going straight to the top. Remember, these artists right next to me love doing what they're doing to put a big smile on your face, and your smile right in return kicks a big old grin and smile back on the artist's face. It's a wonderful thing. Ah, yes, it is. And in my book, the music makes the world go around. Ah, yes, it's a wonderful thing. What do you think, see?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. All right, so we got a great show. Asphalt Jungle. C. Stevens is in the house. C. You want me to just call you C, or you want me to call you other names?
No,
Oh.
that's fine.
All right, good, because I'm not going to tell you my extra names they call me. Ooh. We're not going to go down that road. So you're an interesting gentleman. I got looking over everything and the music and stuff, and I'm blown away, dude. My God, I mean, we can see your studio right there with all the guitars and stuff, but that's just a little bit of what you do.
Yeah. The drum room is in the other room.
The drum room's on the other side. Okay, but we got the keyboards right next to you. With a
Yep.
couple amps, I see some microphones, and we got an array of guitars, and we'll talk about a few of those a little bit. But before we get on with the show and talk music, I don't even really want to talk about music at first. See, is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. What I really want to do is I want to climb inside that head of yours and see if I can find out some interesting information.
Okay.
All right, let's go down that path. Let's see what we can find. I think we're probably running around the same age. I'm probably a little older, but anyway, we'll go down there. We'll see what happens. All right. Okay, now I'm going to take you way back in time. Okay, and I'm sure hopefully we can remember, but you started very early, just like I did. now, but I want to take you even a little before you started early. I want to take you about 7, 8, 9 years old when you're listening to what mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, the siblings, if you have older siblings, or aunt and uncles, cousins, whatever they're listening to. What were they jamming to? What were they listening to? And what were you kind of clinging on to, my friend?
Well, even earlier than that, it would have been Deep Purple in with
Oh,
yeah, with my dad. Um,
smoke on the water.
yeah. Then with my mom, it would have been Neil Diamond,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
and Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood
And
Mac.
then, but then, like you said, around 8, 9, 10, that's when I really started getting into stuff like Alan Parsons Project.
Oh, shit. He's old. That's a step up. Damn.
Yeah. So,
That's like going right to Frank Zappa. You just skip it, you know. You're, whoa.
well, dad was a huge Pink Floyd fan too.
Oh,
So,
there you
but
go.
so then he would bring home the Alan Parsons albums, and I just fell in love with them.
Oh, yeah, you gotta love it. Alan Parsons Project. Excellent material. It's a generation from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s that's gone. Unfortunately, in my book, I don't foresee us ever having true rock stars like we used to back in those days to be able to idolize like we used to. No, I don't foresee that.
No,
But
I mean,
not with what's going on with the internet and stuff like that. It's so saturated.
well, and also the rock and metal scene is more underground now in a
Yeah,
way.
it is. It is. Yeah, it is. It is, and it's powerful. It's very powerful. It's very big. Almost definitely in
Hmm.
all genre for that sake. So okay, let's continue. So, 10 years old, wasn't that when you got your first guitar?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
10 years old.
Dad finally got me lessons and stuff because he got pissed off because I used to climb underneath the bed and pull his guitar cases out and play with his guitars.
Oh,
So
that
yeah,
ain't good. Oh, that
you know,
would piss Dad off. Yeah, I can
yeah.
see that. Yeah, yeah. Here.
I think you froze.
Do you remember the first guitar you bought?
The first guitar I bought, yeah, my dad bought me a blue Squire, Fender Squire.
Now you still have that? Is that hanging on the wall behind you?
No, no, I got rid of that guitar a long
No,
time ago.
no, you got rid of it. You got rid of
The
it now. Now, okay, go ahead.
the only old guitar back there is that yellow one.
That looks kind of like my old Kramer.
Yeah, that's
What is
that,
that?
that is a RG 550 1991
Uh,
desert yellow.
oh, that is beautiful. That is gorgeous. They're all gorgeous, of course, definitely.
Yeah, I got a bunch
What were
more
you
in
gonna say
in,
there?
in storage.
See, a bunch more storage. All
Yeah,
right, let's go down the road. How many you got? How many guitars you
44.
got?
44.
44 guitar. What's the oldest?
Like I said, that yellow one.
That yellow one. Okay, what's the newest?
That would be the Asphalt Jungle guitar that's sitting kind of next to it. That black one with the green logo in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. You married?
Nah, that's
Okay,
that proves it right there. That proves it right
right. I
there
was
that I'm
gonna
not
say.
married.
You're right. I was gonna say you were gonna have a wife for too much longer. My God, dude.
No.
That's funny. Well, that's all good, man. 45 guitars, sweet brother. Wow, that's incredible. I left quite a few of them buying in storage, and I've just got one here where I'm at now. But that's all that I need for now. So, okay, you picked the guitar up at 10 years old, and how long did it take you to kind of, I wouldn't say master it, but kind of figure out the DCG and the basic chords?
Well, like I said, I started the guitarist lessons, and they just weren't for me. I didn't want to sit there and play the cucaracha and all that.
Right, I
So
understand.
um, I so my dad had like the Mel Bay books of like the Eagles,
Okay,
Joe Walsh and Kansas and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I learned chords.
there you go.
And um, I learned all the open chords, so
Right.
which in turn, within a couple years, I realized open chords are nothing but scales, and then yeah, it
Yep.
just kept going from there. I I would
Must be
say about
nice.
14 is when I really started.
14. Okay. And mom was a huge supporter, I see.
She always has been.
She was always a supporter. Okay. Did you have a favorite cover tune that you learned that she liked?
Barracuda.
Barracuda, really?
Yeah.
Now, now that's funny because me and my mom were opposite. She didn't like my guitar playing, and so I'd just play stranglehold, and that would just piss her off more. So- That'll do it every time.
No, they
Yeah.
they encouraged me. They really did. They encouraged
Well,
me a
good,
lot.
good. Were the parents? Well, you said your dad played guitar. Was he professionally player?
Yeah, in the '60s he was professional, but then,
Yes. Are we talking Paul McCartney? What are we talking here?
no,
No.
they had a minor hit in the Midwest, so yeah.
Well, that's sweet. All right, good deal. So he's a guitar player. You took after that. Do you have any of his guitars laying around?
That Gibson Les Paul next to the yellow one.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a Jimmy Page edition.
Ouch, ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Well,
send you my address right now. That's great. Okay, all right. So now, no, let's see. What year was that when you were 10? When you picked up a guitar? What year was that?
that'll be 1980.
1980, and you were 10. Okay, so when did you get to see any of the 80s rock bands up close and personal in concert?
Oh, every one of them. Yeah, my first concert was with my dad, and it was Deep Purple, the Perfect
Oh, yeah,
Strangers tour.
that perfect tour. Oh, that was great. I
Mm.
love Deep Purple so much. So, well, good. You got to see a lot of them, and I see a lot of influences in your writing and your music within the '80s band era. The most definitely, and
Oh yeah.
we'll touch into that. Now, you had your heart kind of set on a little like Iron Maiden and Sabbath and stuff like that.
Maiden was very huge in my and still is because Adrian Smith is my number one influence.
Nice.
But once I got into bands like Quiet Riot, Motley Crue, and things like that, that's where I wanted to go.
That's where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Do you what do I want to say? Do you still have your spandex pants in the closet?
No.
No. You got rid of them real quick. Just
Yeah.
like the four high and shield boots. Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely. So
Believe
now there. Go ahead.
believe it or not, I've never worn spandex.
Yeah, that's your story. That's great. That's cool. So now, I was looking through the bio and stuff, and there's a couple Stevies that we both admire out there. And there's Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then there's Stevie Vai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like I said, it's Adrian Smith, Steve Vai, then Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Steve Vai not so much for his being the virtuoso that he is. I lean towards Steve Vai for his composing.
Oh yeah. Oh, amazing, amazing, and not just to be a crazy son of a gun. I mean, throwing that guitar around like you never knew when he was going to catch it. Unbelievable. Yeah, he was very talented. They were all very talented. I miss Stevie Ray Vaughan without a doubt, and of course Eddie and all the greatest Randy Rhoads and stuff like that. Uh, much talent there. So okay, so now before 18, did you join a band or anything? You try that out before 18?
Oh yeah, we were. I was already touring by the time I was 16.
Touring by the time you were 16. Well, no shit. Damn good. Jeez, oh my God. Who are you touring with?
Just a bunch of high school friends up in Canada. That's where I was raised.
Okay, up in Canada, up raised, and I take it was mostly 80s metal you were playing?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Everything from Poison to L.A. Guns, you name it. So
That's great. And why do I have a feeling that you were one of the rowdy ones in the band?
believe it or not, that's no. I
No,
was
no, you're the
yeah,
quiet one.
yeah, pretty much. Well, years later in my other bands, I'd be the one after the show that would talk to fans, but also I'd be the one going back to the hotel room and preparing to practice. Everybody else would be partying.
Partying, right? Yeah, you got to kind of separate yourself from that sometimes. A lot of times. No, I don't want to go back to those days, but
No.
no. So now, okay, well, 18 hits, life starts. We got to get a job, go to college, do a family, whatever. We got to go to work and do something. What path did you decide to go down to? Now I know you didn't drop that guitar and say fuck it. I'm sure you continued on with your music and stuff, but did you go to college, do anything like that?
No, college wasn't for me.
Me either.
Um, we moved to South Carolina when I was between 18 and 19. And my dad's always he was a millwright, licensed millwright. And so I kind of went down that path of the maintenance technician type thing.
Right on. That's the same here, brother. Industrial mechanic and TIG welder. Yeah, exactly. Well, so we both so you're hurting like I'm hurting, but you're just a little younger.
Yeah.
Right on. They just don't know. They just don't. Nobody told us we were young. We were hurt when we got older. They didn't tell us
Yeah.
that crap. Damn it. So, anyways, so now you label yourself. What is this new wave of hair metal rock?
I'm not afraid to throw that term around. A lot of people think it's kind of derogatory. I don't.
No, not at all, man. It's a tribute to me, man.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it too. So, and it's me. It's
Yeah.
me. It's what I grew up on. It's what I love. It's what I still love.
Same here, my friend. Same here. That's what I grew up. That's what I love. I miss my vinyls, and that's all I would ever play is cassettes in my vinyls. And that was the world. And then the '90s kind of changed it for me, and then it got a little worse and worse. And then I stuck with the national and locals from that point on. But okay, so we're new wave hair metal band, but you're mostly a solo artist that does it all.
Correct.
Okay, and I've seen you collaborate with a couple of people, but you put pretty much every instrument to all of your music, don't you?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so now how does this writing technique start out? Does it start out with a chord first on a guitar? Does it start out with a bass lick, a drum beat, or a lyric? How's this go together?
All the above.
All the above.
Yeah, I mean, one moment I could be sitting there playing the drums, and then, I'm not the greatest drummer, so a lot of that stuff is MIDI drums, but I'll be sitting there playing a beat, and I'll go, wait a minute, and then
Hey.
put that on tape, grab a guitar, or sometimes just noodling around the guitar, something comes around, or even on bass. It just depends on the moment.
It depends on the moment. So well, you've been doing this for some time now. After you were 18, were you able to join more metal bands, rock bands?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've been playing in bands and live until 2014.
2014. So now, from 2014 to now, have you been basically just pursuing your solo project?
Well, 2014, I didn't do anything. I didn't pick everything back up till 2020.
Took a little break.
Yeah, I needed it.
Yeah.
It was get my life back in order, get back on the road that I needed to be on, and then
Yeah.
it all started off as a joke. I mean, I was just doing it just kind of for fun,
Right.
and I started off with just the C. Stevens stuff, which was all instrumentals.
Right.
And then I had this one song that, which "Who's to Blame," which is the first track I did under Asphalt Jungle,
Right.
and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna get away from the C. Stevens solo stuff. I'm just gonna go with the band thing,
That's
and
great. I love it, brother. I love the route you're going, and I mean, for you, one person to put all these sounds together and make it sound like a one fucking kick-ass band is amazing to me, brother. It is amazing how you do it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a passion. It's the only thing I like doing. I mean, not like doing that. That's the wrong way to put it, but it's the only release I have. You
Yeah,
know, um,
I agree.
I've got my books, I've got my documentaries, but this is the thing that if I'm having a bad day,
That's your baby.
yeah. So
Well, good. Now, back when you were playing, you played with some famous people, haven't you? Or I've
uh,
been on the same stage.
yeah. I've toured with Jackal. I've toured with uh, Confederate Railroad. Opened up for Slaughter, Tesla. Yeah, the list goes on and on. My biggest moment was when we opened up for Bad Company at Biketoberfest in Daytona.
Well, I would say with Paul Rogers in there, did you get to
Yes,
meet Paul and stuff and hang out with
yes,
him? Oh,
yes.
yeah, great. I remember when him and Jimmy Page came together and put the firm together. That was just that was wonderful.
Yeah, I
That
do. I
was
remember
so
that.
that was a great time, definitely. And then you even got to hang out with Eddie Money. That was even cool.
Eddie Money was the greatest human being I ever met as a musician. Little backstory on that. So we get there. We're like, they hired us because we were the more popular band at that time in Greenville, South Carolina.
That's cool.
And, because we're going to bring some of more of the locals in.
Right.
And so we're sitting there, we're setting up. It's a 5-man band, and we've got uh, a sound tech and a guitar drum tech. That's all we got. So we're all setting up. Eddie
Okay.
Money comes out and says, "Hey, you guys, don't worry about this. I'll get my guys to do it. Come on back."
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So they set up all our equipment, and then we did a quick sound check, and then he had us back there for dinner.
No way. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool. He's nice. He was a real nice guy.
he
I
was. He was so nice, and he just, calmed us down, and he treated us like one of him, and that's what was so great about it.
yeah.
And he was like, all he expected was go out there and do your best.
Be entertainers. Do your best. Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's one of the best shows I ever played.
Well, that's great. That's all you can do is just be a human being and do your best. You don't always have to ride that ego trip. You don't.
No.
You don't. So, okay, let's continue on here. Before we continue any further, can you tell everybody out in podcast land where they can find you and your music, what you're about, and all that good stuff?
All right. Yeah. Any of the streaming platforms, of course. I'm on every one of them. But if you really want to knuckle down on it, you can go to asphaltjungle.com. Everything is there.
There it is. It is there. It is. It's a lot there. Wow. And we're going to talk a little more about it. Now. I'm seeing the fan base growing quite a bit. That's nice to see, brother.
Yeah. This year alone has really, increased heavily with the I've only released 3 songs this year, but it was the first 2 that really did it.
Okay, okay. Now I noticed that you did this debut, with featuring Misty Tour, doing Jefferson Starship, Find Your Way Back. Now that's kick ass, bro. That you did a
Thank
great
you.
job with that.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. What made you come up with this one
My
to
favorite
cover
song by
that?
them. That's my
By your
favorite
favorite
song.
song. You
Other,
did
other than,
all.
yeah, other than Jane, Jane would be number 2, but there's something about that song that I remember hearing it when I was younger, and I thought, wow, listen to
Find
those,
your way back.
listen to
Oh
those,
yeah.
to those vocals and those harmonies and stuff like
The
that.
harmonies, exact, and you nailed it, right? I mean,
Thanks.
incredible. You nailed it, and I listened to quite a few music songs, which I want to talk about in a second here. But now, you're one man band, and I take it where you're at right now is your home studio.
Correct.
Okay. So do you do all your recording there, or do you send it to an engineer or anything like that, or you just do it all?
Everything is done by me.
Is done by you. Okay. Usually mostly digital. Any analog you throwing in on there or anything?
Mostly digital. Sometimes I'll pull the amps out because there's a Marshall stack inside that behind those two doors there, but very rarely. I'm using all amp simulators.
Amp simulators. Okay, those poor Marshalls. Oh my goodness. Open the light. That's funny. Okay, so now, you know, I want to go here. No, you say you're a non-touring band. Now talk to me about this. Are you going to play out? What are you planning on doing? Just putting some music out there, getting it around the world? Are you going to play out? What's going to happen?
No, I'll never play live again.
You'll never
Um,
play live again.
I'm too old. I mean, I know you can never be too old, but I am because I did it for so long. And I have the memories of people
Yes,
singing back to me. It's a great feeling.
it
I,
is.
I used to love to perform, but it's not where I'm at now. I'm more at the composer side of being a
There you
musician now.
go. There you go. Well, I like that. A lot of people have a hard time transitioning. And once, like you and myself, we've been through the ringers throughout the years. It's you kind of miss it, but it is old after a while. And as we get older, we can't do it as hard as we used to. And
Well, that's the thing. I was a performer. I had the wireless on for a reason, and that was because I used to do really crazy stuff on stage, and I can't do that anymore. My body won't allow it. So there's one thing, but like I said, it's more about being the composer now because I like taking that clay and just molding it.
There, and you're doing a great job at that,
Thank
my
you.
friend. You're doing a very great job. Okay, now let's move to some songs here because I checked out quite a few of them, and I say wow because you're kind of all over the board. I mean, I'm hearing on some songs a little Striper, a little Rat, a little Crew, a little of this, a little of that. Okay, but let me start with a couple of songs here. Okay, we got Find Your Way Back. We got that down. Okay, that beautiful, excellent right there. But then there was the electric what Nightmare?
Electric Nights.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Electric Nights. That one right there. That oh yeah. What brought that on? Where'd that come from?
Well, the funny thing is my buddy Kurt, who I work with, and he lives not far from me. He's got his own thing going called Crypt 13. We were
Mm,
out one night, and we were at Hard Rock Cafe in Rockford, Illinois,
okay.
and we were just goofing off and looking at memorabilia, and then we're going to get something to eat, and then this riff, that riff, just started in my head.
Came to you.
Yeah, and we're sitting there cracking up with another one of his friends that was with us, and we're just making jokes and stuff like that. But at the same time, my head is moving 1,000 miles an hour with this riff, and then all of a sudden these little lyrics start popping
You
in.
got to get it out.
Yeah, so we
Oh
left,
no.
and there's a gas station right across from there that I had to get gas. And like I said, this riff just kept going in my head, and so I grabbed a paper towel and grabbed a pen out of the glove box, and I wrote all the lyrics right then and there. And
Right there in it.
yeah, the song is about that night.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's wonderful. That's pretty cool. It comes like you just never know when it's going to hit. You
You
don't.
don't, and those moments right there are very far and few between. So when it happens, you gotta grab hold of it.
Yeah, it's difficult when you're trying to think of something and try to think of a beat or a melody or a song or a title. That just does not work. Just
Mhm.
when you're thinking about it, no,
No, but
not to me.
that one there just wrote itself, and it was funny because by the time I got home, I already had it all mapped out in my head. And I went home, fired up the studio, and I demoed it that night, and I sent it to Kurt, and he's like, "Holy
Okay.
crap!"
Holy crap, that's great. Now let me just a couple more songs I want to talk about. Cloud Nine. Ah, I love that. Meaningful, very meaningful. I love that song.
That was just me noodling around on an acoustic, and then
Was that it?
and then
Yeah,
went,
you went to town.
just playing around on the keyboards, things like that.
Okay, and then Spencer's Ride, powerful song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
believe it or not, people will laugh. I know they're going to laugh, but it's about a cat.
It's about a cat.
Yeah.
Spencer's
I
Ride's about a cat.
It was my mom's cat, and she was real down in the dumps when he passed away, and I made that song for her.
Well, that's beautiful, brother. That she. Oh, wow, bless you for doing that for your mother. That's great because as much support she gave you, that's great gift to give to your mother. There you
Yep.
go. That's wonderful, bro. That's wonderful. You got any older brothers or sisters?
No, Dad knew I was the only one.
Same here. She and he want another one of me.
No.
No, that's great. So, okay, you started, like you said, on the guitar, but where the hell did you learn everything else, and when did you learn it all?
Here and there. The drums came about from years and years of banging around on my drummer's kits.
Okay, well, there you go.
When we take a break and stuff like that. All the other instruments, I just learned on my own in time.
In time. Okay. All right. Now, I noticed you had Miss Detour and stuff, but do you plan on doing any other collaboration type things like that again?
Yeah, there are a couple that are already, as you say, in the can. Um, but I'm taking a hiatus
Okay.
right now. I'm taking a hiatus till next year.
Okay.
But um, I have one already done with Kurt from Crypt 13. So that's done. I have a special edition acoustic version of a song that was released on my album last year with Sarah Douglas from Sarah and the Others. That's going to come out next year too.
Sweet, brother, sweet. And since you're doing it all, have you thought about going, sync licensing and getting your music into movies and things like that?
If I go that route, it won't be this style of music. It would be
Right.
more like Alan Parsons type stuff.
Well, there you go. I mean, I can see what you're doing now into more of the horror scene. If you're going to want to go that route, if you want to do that, I can see
Right.
that possibly. Yeah, definitely.
That
Rob Zombie pick you up.
that was my dream, was to do music for movies and documentaries and things like that.
Well, I don't see why that can't happen. My God, you're one talented person. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh, to be able to do all you do, unbelievable. Without looking behind me, how many guitars are hanging up?
12, I think.
So, gets me all the time. That ain't right. That ain't right, folks. That's wonderful. Okay. All right. Let's have some fun. I want to ask you some fun questions. Can we do that?
Yep.
All right. Let's see, where do I want to start? Okay. I'm going to start with you're going to get two answers with this question here. And I want you to kind of think around the world. You've played for a long time, probably many places, but I want you to think around the world, two answers on this question. Where, anywhere in the world, what stage would you like to perform on? Anywhere in the world.
Madison Square Garden.
There you go, my friend. Madison Square Garden. How about the next one?
Tokyo Dome.
Oh, little Budokan. Gonna go over to Tokyo Dome. Yeah. Let's just throw you in whacking too. Why not? Jeez. That'd be great, brother. Wow. I could see that. You shredding it up there. Oh yeah, brother. Okay. Let's go to this next question. Two answers on this one, and these are people. You get a person that's passed away and a person that's alive. Two people in your heart you've always wanted to step foot on stage with.
Adrian Smith, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
There you go. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. There's so many, but boy, you rattled those two off. Just so you knew that. Yeah, those are it right there, my friend. Wow, can't beat that at all. Not at all. Oh my good. Now, do you play any covers once in a while, or you stick to your own thing?
I'll do a cover every once in a while. I mean, Find Your Way Back. But last year I did Take It Easy by Andy Taylor from Duran Duran.
There you go.
A while back, Did Aaliyah by Donnie Iris. Did Metal Gods
Aaliyah.
by Judas Priest. There's a couple. Cover tunes out there.
You
Yeah, I'll
did
do one every once in a while.
Metal Gods by Judas Priest. I'm not even going to talk about those guys since '81. I don't want to talk about them. Nope. So, anyways, we'll move on from that story. I'm sure you got your own stories. So, yeah, being in the business, you and I have probably both seen quite a bit of things we probably didn't want to see, or we did want to see, one of the two. But let me ask you this question here: largest crowd you performed in front of?
I don't know the estimation of it, but it was the one with Bad Company at Biketoberfest. Um, you know, it had
10,
it had to be at least 40,000, 50,000 people.
40, 50,000 people. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, let's bring you back to that time and place and moment. You get on stage with the boys. You strap that guitar. Were you singing back then or just backup vocals?
Just back up at harmonies.
Well, back up in harmonies and playing the guitar. All right, so you guys get all strapped up on and you start playing and jamming. People turning around going, oh, hey, what's this? They're raising their hands. They're pumping the horns. The lighters are going up. Everything's happening. They're moving and they're pushing and they're loving what they're hearing from you guys. And you might even see them singing your songs to you like you said. How does it hit you in your heart, brother? How does it make you feel when you see all this?
Of all the drugs that I've done in my life, nothing
Right?
compares to that. Nothing
No,
compares to that.
no. It stays with you forever. Each one of them.
It
You
does.
remember them all. You do remember them all. Yeah. Like you're right. There's no drugs on earth that can compare to the love you get from the audience.
No, no.
Not at all. It's a terrific and wonderful thing. Now, this question here, not that anybody's watching. Shh, we'll just be real quiet on this question. But I want you to be honest, because this happens to all my rock and roll players and heavy metal players, and you've been doing this a long time. So I want you to be truthful, and maybe you can give me a few answers. Most embarrassing moments, my friend.
Funny thing is, I really don't have any.
Oh, come on.
I
See.
don't. I can tell stories about my other band members all day long.
All right.
I mean, okay, so there was one night we were playing. Chris Tennyson was we were co-lead guitar players. He had a beautiful blue Les Paul like that burgundy one back there.
Okay.
And I used to do the whole Cinderella thing where I'd throw the guitar around.
Oh,
You know.
you're a swinger. Okay.
So Chris decided he's going to do this with a Les Paul first of all.
No. Oh, no.
Well, he does it, and the strap comes off, and the guitar sticks in the ceiling. And he goes to grab it, and the headstock snaps off.
Oh, no. I think it looked cool just in the ceiling itself.
Oh, the funny thing is, he broke down and cried right there on stage in front of everybody.
He broke down and cried. I guess so, man. Your Les Paul stuck in the ceiling. You just snapped the neck off you. What the frick?
Yep.
Oh, now that's a good one. Now, drummers falling into the drums. Any of that action going on?
No, had my lead singer actually walk off the edge of the stage, not knowing that there's no more stage there.
Yeah, it does come to an end sometime. They do need to realize that. Yeah, I've seen that happen many, but the show continues. I mean, it doesn't matter how long they get up; you still got to play.
Yeah.
And how bloody they are. That's funny. So no high E string slapping you in the face or anything like that.
No, I had really good luck on stage. I really did.
Lucky.
The only embarrassing thing I think I can come up with, and it wouldn't really be embarrassing because nobody in the crowd knew about it, but I always wore either ripped up jeans or leather pants. And I went down to do the crouch thing, and the pants split.
Ooh. So
But again, nobody knew about it in the crowd. The only one that could see it was my drummer. So
ass crack facing him.
yeah, basically.
I bet he loved that one.
Yeah.
So how many times he throw the sticks at you?
Right.
That's great. That's funny. Okay. Let's one more time mention too out there in podcast land where they can find you and everything about you. Where can they go there?
Any streaming platform, you could look it up on Facebook. You also can go to the Asphalt Jungle website, asphaltjungle.com, and YouTube also.
Nice, nice, nice. And of course, this will be on YouTube for everybody to watch forever and ever and ever. Now, you got any endorsements going on right now?
I got a small endorsement from Ibanez.
Oh, Ibanez, nice. I love Ibanez guitars. I have my TM30 in storage. Or 50, I should say, in storage. I love that guitar. Oh, I love
Yeah,
those
the blue gem back there, that one, the black with the blue flowers on it, that was given to me by Ibanez.
Ooh, that's a nice guitar. Yes, I do like Ibanez. I just picked up a Yami the other day, so yeah. So, but back in the day in the 80s, I liked playing Kramers. I liked my Kramer.
I had a couple.
Yeah, Floyd Rose, but wow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And it was a good guitar to go ahead and slam somebody in the face if they needed it too, because they had a pointy end.
Yep. Yeah, I started off with BC Rich, went to Kramer, got a Charvel.
Sure.
Then when I got that yellow Ibanez, that changed everything.
That changed everything. Yeah, I was going to say you didn't get a Warlock, did you?
No. Kurt from Crypt 13's got a couple of them.
He's got a couple Warlocks. That's great.
No, he's got a couple Warlocks, a couple Mockingbirds. So yeah.
That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, Asphalt Jungle's in the house with C. Stevens, my brother. I'm having a great time. I want to thank you for being on the podcast today. We're having a lot of fun. This is great, my friend.
Oh, I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. So tell me, how many more songs are under your belt that you got to produce still?
I don't know.
You don't know. They're just there.
They're just there. I mean, the bad thing is when I'm noodling around on something, I hit record. Okay. So there's all kinds of I've got about 100 of those.
Of those going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Off the top of my head, I've got probably 20 full songs already written.
Sweet, nice. Now, are we going to go ahead and just put the singles out and eventually an EP possibly, or how are we going to do this?
I might, yeah. I find, even though my EP did really well last year, I still find doing the singles for a non-touring act like myself actually works better.
I can see that. I know a lot of artists that do that and do sell out very well doing it that way. Now, with your experience and what you've gone through all over the years and your talent, my vision just goes sometimes, and I foresee why not put out a vinyl with a biograph inside with a lot of pictures.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. I think that'd be the way to work one of the next one or two EPs.
Yeah. If I do a EP or full length LP, it will be a concept album.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, man. I miss opening them albums and all the posters, everything fall out, the pictures, all was great stuff.
Oh yeah. Back in the day.
What it was. Yeah. That's right. It's like Cracker Jacks. You never know what the prize was.
Oh yeah.
That's great. All right, my friend. Now, are you doing? Are you on any internet radio stations? You doing any podcasts, any magazine things, any articles, anything going on?
No, I had a radio station, not a radio station, but a radio show up until February.
Oh, okay.
It just got too much work, so I let that go. Me and Kurt are throwing around the idea of doing a podcast where we would just talk about music, bands, and argue about which one's better. Type of
there
thing.
You go. That could be a long show sometimes. Oh yeah,
right.
Right. Yeah. So that's why it's your show, not my show, because you wouldn't shut me up. That's right, brother. All right, a couple more questions before we get out of here. Again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, brother, for being on the show. But let's get these questions. 5 years from now, where you want to see Asphalt Jungle?
kicking Taylor Swift's ass.
You know it, brother, all the way. Kick Swifty's asses everywhere. I can see that, man. I can see that. Now, you say you don't want to perform again on stage like you used to, but do you think if the right folks came around, you might do it a little bit?
No,
No.
because it would have to be hired hands to back me up.
There you go.
This is going to sound real egotistical, but Asphalt Jungle is not a democracy. It's my vision.
That's right. It's your vision. It's not democracy. I like how you put that, my friend. All right. Last question before we get out of here, brother. All right. This is for the younger folks out there. You got any advice for these young kids out there that want to do what me and you do?
Just do it. I mean, don't let anybody stand in your way.
That's right.
The one thing I can sit there and tell you all day long who to go listen to, blah, 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 but I won't do that.
Right.
The best advice I can give you is listen to your heart.
There, exactly. That's the best advice. Listen to your heart. Do it your way. Believe in dreams. Dreams do come true. This is
Yeah.
proof right next to us, right here, Asphalt Jungle, man. This guy's amazing. Starts at TED, now knows how to play every instrument, and is one hell of an amazing artist. You too can do that too. Put your 10,000 hours in. Practice, practice, practice. Don't listen to anybody and what they got to say. No,
Yep.
no,
A-
because
And
they don't.
and don't sit there and it's okay to watch all those YouTube videos on how to do it, but
Yeah, right, right. You
they're
might
not always
learn.
right. They're not always right.
No,
You
you
know,
will. Yeah, you could get your basic chords down, but you're gonna find your own style and your own rhythm and stuff, and yeah, and then go with it and flow with it,
Yep.
and tear it up, man. Do it your way, man, all the way. All right, my friends. C. Stevens from Asphalt Jungles in the house. C. Thank you so much. I'd like to have you back on the show again sometime, my
I would
friend, and see
love.
where we're at.
Yeah, I'd love it.
That'd be great. We had a lot of fun. And we tell Brian hi out there from Curtain Call Records. How long have you been with Curtain Call?
I'm not with Curtain Call. I'm just
Oh, you're
friends.
not?
I'm kind of friends with Brian and John, who runs Rock Rage Radio Network.
Okay.
But I'm always on their sampler CDs. So
Oh, that's nice.
that's
So,
that's the relationship that we have. So they
that-
they want me to tour, just like you've been asking, and I'm keep saying nope.
not happening. Lay the money down first. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's great. So basically, you're staying independent, but you're allowing some of these other folks to go ahead and get your music out there for you.
Yes, correct.
That's cool, man. That's really cool, man. It's great to have great people behind you and supporting your music and what you're doing, brother.
Yeah, I couldn't do a lot of it without Brian and John. Rock Rage has been a pinnacle in getting Asphalt Jungle out there. So my hat's off to them, and they're in my corner, and I appreciate it.
Beautiful, man. All right, brother. We're gonna get out of here. You need anything business wise? You want to just shoot the shit? You know how to get a hold of me. All right, brother.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Tell everybody out of here. Peace. We're out of here. Peace.